Hello, all, very good morning. Altaf. Hello. Yeah, I'm fine, Altaf. Yeah, I'm able to hear you. How are you, Altaf? Yeah, sure. I will wait. We'll wait. Okay. Yeah, sure, sure. I'm just checking it up. Okay. We'll wait for all the people join. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Welcome. Okay. So today we'll try to see introduction about software testing. Okay. So today, as I said, little bit brief history about testing. In your IT industry, there are so many platforms available like Java, .NET, data warehousing, SAP, Oracle apps testing, right? So how will be the opportunities for testing when compared to other platforms? So along with that one, we'll try to discuss how will the career growth opportunities meanwhile. Okay, so these are the different things we'll try to discuss. Along with that one, what are the questions you have meanwhile, even those one also we'll try to discuss. Okay, uh, you may be aware of recession, right? So recession means no good openings. When market is not good or company is financially not good, what it will do? It will try to fire the employees, right? Fire the employees. So like that one you can consider as recession. You may be aware of when we got recession, so around ending months of 2007 we got recession. During mid days, mid months of 2008, I can say May or June, during that time it got peak stage. Okay, so at that time what happened, so world leading mortgage company like Lehman Brothers got collapsed. This is world leader, and so Lehman Brothers is not IT company, that is mortgage company. Means there are so many banks, right? Barclays Bank, HSBC Bank. So what these banks will do? These banks will provide different types of loans. Exactly, Lehman Brothers also provided house loans huge extent in US. Okay, this is world leader in providing mortgage loans. Okay, so whoever taken loans, they should pay back, right? But they were unable to pay back due to their some personal reasons. Okay, so whoever taken house loans, they should pay back, but they were unable to pay back. Whoever taken loans, they were unable to pay back means how companies survive? Company have to survive means it should have money, right? But whoever taken loans, they are unable to pay. So how it will survive? So it try to resolve all possible ways. Okay, it try to resolve all possible ways, but unable to resolve. Finally it got collapsed. Okay, so that's how Lehman Brothers got closed. Okay, so world leader got closed means all others also, all other industries also try think about their future and try saving money, right? They try to save money. Okay, so such a manner these people tried all other industries. It is spread across like IT industry, banks or something like that. All other industries is spread across and tried, they tried saving money. Okay, at that time, so each and every company, what it will do is it will try to keep maintain some percentage of the employees in bench. Okay, so bench means they will try to recruit employees but don't get assigned any of the project. Sorry. Okay, so why companies try to recruit employees and pay salaries unnecessarily without assigning work? Let us suppose any of the company, they're getting like a new client. Somebody is ready to give new project, like is coming up with new project, let us suppose. So at that time company have to show human resources, right? So this is a human power I am having, so try to give us your project like that. At that time, let us suppose any specific project need huge number of resources like 2000 or 3000 or 5000. Within limited time box you have to get those many resources, means it's little bit hard. So that's why every company, what it will do is it will try to keep some percentage of resources in bench. This kind of situations, any new project is coming up with any urgent requirement, so company what it will do is it will pick up resources from bench and put into that new project. Okay, so that's how companies try to manage. Okay, so some companies they will manage 2%, some companies they manage 3%, few companies they will manage even 12% also resources in the bench. Okay, so whenever decision comes up, sure no new projects getting into picture, no new projects going to come. Okay, so at that time why company unnecessarily have to pay salaries these bench people too much time? It's not required, right? So why unnecessarily company have to pay? Like decision comes up means 2 or 3 years it will definitely stay. So 2 or 3 years whenever market is going up, so at the time we'll try to recruit, but recession means sure no new project is coming into picture. So that's why company unnecessarily have to pay salaries. So companies thought like that and started firing who are in the bench. Okay, so that's how recession started. Okay, so in the year of like 2009 ending days, with respect to India I am talking about. Okay, very good openings were growing. 2010-11 also very good openings were there, but in US or developer communities like UK still recession was there. Okay, but in US if you think like these days little bit openings are getting up, little bit openings were growing. Okay, so this is little bit brief about recession we got in the year of like 2007 and how it resolved. Okay, exactly, if you go few years back we got one more recession around year 2000. Around year 2000 we got one more recession. Okay, so for getting recession at this point of time, the reason is like Lehman Brothers got collapsed. But for getting recession at the time, what is the reason? So the reason is like Y2K problem. Okay, so if you remember earlier we used to manage years like 96, 97, 98 like 2 digits. Whenever the year is turning from 99 to 2000, in the place of 99 00 getting replacing, right? So that means all banking transactions going back 100 years. So banking transactions going back 100 years means all banks gets huge loss, right? So this was the problem they were expected, but they try to resolve somehow. They try to resolve that how this was the problem like year 2000 e-commerce problem. Okay, so this issue they were resolved somehow. So this is one reason, and another reason is World Trade Centers got collapsed. World Trade Centers got collapsed, if you remember. Okay, so this is also another reason for getting recession at that point of time. Okay, but these two are not primary reasons. So these two are secondary reasons. Okay, these two are secondary reasons. Then what is primary reason? So you have to get to know primary reason means before that, what is the delivery for software companies? They will deliver software projects, right? So they will develop computer softwares or applications and deliver it to client. So the reason was for getting registered at the time, which all are the projects coming out from IT industry. These projects were not meeting client expectations. Okay, so which all are the projects coming out from IT industry? These projects were not meeting client expectations. Okay, so before that, what are client expectations? So client, let us suppose like Vodafone or AT&T or something like that, some client is running some business. For running their business, they want some software. That's the reason they are coming to us and they are giving their requirements. Accordingly, we have to develop and give it back to them. So once we deliver, that project is not meeting their expectations means they will feel very bad, right? Meanwhile, for developing this project, companies will clients will spend some crores of investments, crores of budget. Even though they are spending some crores of budget, still these projects were not meeting their expectations means they will feel bad, right? They look for alternatives alternatively, right? So this is what happened. That's the reason they were not satisfied with the projects whatever they got, and they stopped giving other projects. That's how we got registration. Okay. Okay, coming to the point, we got registration means, okay, so whatever the project you have to develop within an organization, for developing that project you will try to follow some process, right? You will try to follow some process. Normally any of the project you have to develop means you try to follow like analysis, design, development, testing, release and maintenance. Just awareness purpose I'm saying, we'll discuss each and everything in detail. As of now, you can remember like you have to develop any of the project means you'll try to follow some process, every company. Okay, even though you are following some process, still these projects not meeting client expectations means what does it mean? There are something wrong in the process we are following, right? Flaws in the process followed by IT companies. Okay, so at that point of time, one organization is there means senior management people, business analysts will be there, right? So from all the companies, business analysts or management people gathered and conducted conferences or meetings and try to find out root cause, like even though we are following some process, why these projects are not meeting client expectations. On that point of view, they conducted conference and meetings and come up with root cause, like which are the projects we are developing, those projects were not properly tested. So this is the root cause they found. Okay, so which are the projects we are developing, those projects are not meeting client expectations. So what does it mean? So what are the process we are following? That process itself something wrong. Okay, so on that point of view, where exactly going wrong? What is wrong? Okay, so on that point of view, from different companies, management people and business analysts gathered and conducted conference and meetings and try to find out root cause. Okay, and come up with root cause like these projects were not properly tested. Okay, so they found one root cause means they should come up with resolution, right? So they come up with resolution like against to development team, we should come up with one more team. So that is nothing but like testing team. Okay, so sorry, against to development team, they come up with one more team. So that is nothing but like testing team. So this is the resolution they found. Okay, so that's how our testing team born. Means development team will be there. So what they will be doing is they will be coming up with actual code for developing the application and they will give it to testing team for testing purpose. So that's how our testing team born. Sorry. Okay, so here I'm saying like around 2000 we got recession, so they found root cause and they come up with resolution, like testing team they come up with. But I have one question, like for how long our IT industry is there? So I believe like it's more than 70 years, right? In India if you take like 15 years or something like that, but in US or developed countries it's more than there for 17 years. Does it mean before the year 2000 no testing team? No, it's not like that. Earlier also testing teams were there, but for very high visibility applications, not for all of the projects. Okay, not for all of the projects, it's very for high visibility applications. You have to say means like embedded systems, satellite applications or operating system. So these all are you can consider as high visibility applications, right? So for these applications people use it to manage testing teams, not for all of the projects. Okay, not for all of the projects. Okay, so if you consider for those projects, what is the ratio between development to testing? If you think, so for high visibility applications, so development to testing, what is the ratio is like 1 developer 10 testers. Okay, so from this you get to know like what is the importance of testing. Okay, than developers, testers having more scope. But remember, this is not the case for all of the projects. Okay, so for normally for most of the projects development to testing ratio is like 7:3. Okay, but it may get vary from project to project. Remember, it may get vary from project to project. Okay, so normally this is the development ratio, this is the ratio between development to testing team. Okay, so that's how our testing team born. Okay, so I said like around year 2000 we got recession, they come up with like they found root cause for getting recession and they come up with resolution, like against to development team we should come up with one more team, that is nothing but like testing team. In such a manner our testing team born. Okay, as soon as our testing team born, company started recruiting testing resources, right? So after that, once they come up with a resolution, whatever the priority you are having for each and every project, you should come up with separate team, that is nothing but like testing team, right? So this company started recruiting employees for testing. Okay, so during starting days of your testing industry, whoever telling definitions, very simple definitions, they used to get the jobs. Okay, very simple definition, what is manual testing, automation testing, regression testing. Sorry. Okay, so like this very simple definitions they tell means they used to get the jobs. Once you get job, you will try to explore 10 people, right? So they also rush into this field. So those 10 people also rushed into this field, got job, let us suppose. Again those 10 people also explore to 10 more people, right? So like that, one side competition is getting huge, another side interviewer panel also getting expertise, right? So they used to get the chance to work on testing the applications and they used to get the like expertise. Okay, so like that, one side interview process is getting hectic, another side interview I mean like competition also getting hectic. But still, because of huge openings, people used to get the jobs. Before that, in our IT industry, even though there are so many platforms, but these three are the competitive technologies available. Okay, so Java, .NET and testing, these three are the more competitive technologies in your IT industry. Java, .NET testing, if you take like competition is more, still because of huge openings, no other platforms have these many openings. Okay, only these three platforms you are getting like huge opening. So because of huge openings, even though there is competition, but people were still getting the jobs. Okay, so this is for just for awareness purpose I'm saying. Okay, so if you go for, if you choose your career into like .NET or Java, how much time it will take for settle down your career? Okay, so .NET or Java, if you go for like huge tools, you will come across so many tools. Like Java, if you take Java, Core Java, J2EE, J2EE, like that, so many tools you will come across. .NET also very big C, you can say. Okay, so you have to learn. Training itself around, it will take 6 months. As soon as you finish training, you have to prepare, you have to adjust, you have to attend interviews, and you have to get the job, right? So minimum it will take 6 months to 1 year. Okay, it may take, but one of my friend got job within 6 months itself. As soon as he finished training, he got job. It's not like for all the cases, I'm telling like commonly. Okay, so 6 months to 1 year of time span it will take. Okay, once you get job, you have to get adjust company environment, right? So college life and MNC environment entirely different. So one side you have to get adjust company environment, another side you have to get expertise in your skill set, right? So that means again it may take like, if you are good, it may take minimum 3 years. If you are not, if you are a little bit like, means like 6 years also it may take more also. Okay, so that means you have to settle down your career. If you take Java, .NET, it will take like minimum 4 years, maximum 8 years, or 10 years also it may take. Okay, so if you go for like testing, so in testing you will come across two platforms again, like manual testing and automation testing. So training, it will take like 1.5 months, we can give like 2 months. Okay, 1.5 month we can finish it up, so maximum 2 months you can take it up. So if you are serious, testing simply I have to say means 10th class student, if you provide training and give him the job, he can perform very easily. That is the kind of job, and it will be like anybody can do very easily. Okay, so if you are serious, if you are up to date, so see, as soon as you finish manual testing, in our course schedule QTP is most of our time. So normally if you go for means 1.5 month, means it will take like 6 weeks. Okay, 6 weeks, 6 weeks of time we can finish it up. Okay, so but as soon as we finish, if you are up to date, within 6 weeks itself we can get expertise. And if you are trying, like how we can plan is like, as soon as you finish manual testing, by the time you can prepare your resume and you keep trying. Okay, so QTP I said like 4 weeks it will take it up for finishing our QTP framework implementation and advanced VB scripting and quality center also it will get covered. Okay, so there it will take like 4 weeks of time. So by that time in manual testing you are attended 4 or 5 interviews. Okay, so you could have got some experience, right? After that, as soon as we finish our QTP, then you can immediately update your resume with automation. If you try it out very easily, you can get the job. Okay, very soon. So within as soon as we finish our course, within 1 month or 2 months you should get job in such a manner. Or worst case, if you can stay like 6 months. Okay, so 6 months you should get job at any cost, worst case. Okay. Okay, so once you get job, you have to adjust company environment and you have to get expertise about your skill set, right? So it's very easy. Anybody can understand, that's what I said, right? So platform will be very easy. So it doesn't take much time. So minimum 6 months, maximum 1 year. We'll give 2 years, what is it? Okay, so it may take 2 years. Let us suppose worst case will give 2 years. Okay, okay, so that means like minimum 1 year or 6 months is taking, maximum 3 years or 4 years is taking for getting adjusting your company, for settle down your career. Okay, so so this is little bit about like career settlement and about job openings. Really testing having like more and more openings when compared to other platforms. See, one advantage if you go for testing is like, if you go for Java, you will be working only with Java. If you go for .NET, you will get a chance to work with only .NET. But if you go for testing, what is the advantage is you can work with .NET projects, Java projects, or CBL projects, Oracle projects, SAP projects. For all of the applications, all of the domains, testing team is common, right? So in your IT industry, which are the projects available, for each and every project, testing team is mandatory. So when compared to all other platforms, testers having more demand. Okay, so testers, see, if you are saying like for one project 10 developers are working, minimum 5 resources require testers. So if you are working for Java, 10 resources required for Java project. Okay, but for multiple platforms like that, Java, .NET, SAP, if you take only Java, if you choose your career, you will get a chance to work only with Java. But .NET testing, if you choose Java projects, you can work, .NET projects you can work, SAP projects you can work. So that means like, so 10 development jobs you are getting means testers, how many jobs you are getting? For all platforms around 100 jobs you are getting, right? Like that you are getting. And people may think like testing having testing jobs don't be having like exploring opportunities, but it's really not at all good. Than developers, testers having more growing opportunities. Meanwhile, so many people, they were joined as test development side and they shifted back to testing only because of more exploring opportunities. Okay, on another side, industry is having that kind of opinion like testers gets less salary, but it's not at all correct. Okay, it's not at all correct. Okay, so with my experience I'm saying, than developers, testers are getting more salaries. It not depends on the platform you are choosing, it depends on your skill set. Okay, so if you are talented, you can demand how much salary you want. On another side, if you go for development, how much time is taking for settle down your career? It's taking 6 to 8 years. If you go for .NET testing, how much time is taking? It's just about 2-3 years. So by the time of 8 years or 9 years, you may be in a position of like team lead or project manager. You can grow very fast if you'll be into testing. Okay, on another side, industry is having opinion like testers, yeah, that's what, right? Testers gets less salary. I never agree with that one. Another point of view, it is little bit we can agree like testing who are choosing, they will be from non-computers background. Okay, so for testing there is no minimum qualification, anybody can learn and can get into, right? So most of the people from non-computers background, they will go for testing. See, for them testing job is very high, right? So they don't expect salaries. They don't expect hikes. That's why another point of view, it may be correct. But remember, testing mostly people are coming from non-technical background, right? So at that time, if you are little bit talented, if you are technically strong little bit, okay, so you can grow very fast. That is advantage for you. Okay, so these are the different advantages you will get if you go for like choosing career for testing. Okay, so this is for growth opportunities if you take. And safety wise, even safety also you have to look it up, right? So if you go for development side, your job is 100% safe. During recession time you don't want to worry. But this, if you go for like testing side, again you are having two platforms, right? Manual testing and automation testing. Okay, so if you will be into manual testing during recession time, you may get trouble. Okay, so why I'm saying is like just for awareness purpose I'm saying, if you are aware of how will be the skill set, how will be the career, how will be the industry, we'll plan accordingly. That's what my intention here. So if you go for like manual testing, it's little bit think about like during decision point of time. But decision, during decision time, how many companies were there in our IT industry? There are so many thousands of companies, right? Okay, so how many companies got closed during recession time? You can count in fingers, right? So very less number of companies got closed. Right? So that means like most of the businesses, they're running still. Any of the company, they have to grow their business, means they should require manual testers, they should require testers, right? They should require resources. Okay, so during recession time, 10 resources are working for a specific type, means they may reduce 1 or 2 resources. They cannot fire all the resources, right? They cannot fire, or they cannot decrease all the resources. Very 1 or 2 resources who are additional resources, if they feel, they may fire, but they may not fire all the resources, right? So that means they have to grow their business, they have to run their business, means they should require minimum number of resources, right? So if you will be into manual testing, there is situation is getting bad, means at that time you think about it and you plan accordingly. And if you perform well, if you make yourself as a talented, and you create situation like without you that project or that assignment cannot go ahead, if you create that kind of impression, then your job is safe, your job is safe. Okay, so if you will be into manual testing, making safety is in your hands. Okay, so if you will be into automation testing, your job is safe 100%, like developers, like development team. You don't want to bother about that. Okay, so if you will be into automation testing, your job is 100% safe. Okay, so this is on-site opportunities. If you go for like development, you will get more and more on-site opportunities. Okay, so if you go for testing, opportunities are there but less when compared to development side. Okay, so still you will get on-site opportunities, but when compared to development team, it's little bit less. So these all are the different things you have to remember while choosing your career. Okay, so all these different things I have chosen, I have come up with like just for awareness purpose. Okay, so this is the things, means you can plan accordingly. That's what my point here. That's the reason I come up with each and everything. Okay, so most of the people, I'll be conducting so many batches, right? So common questions I come up with, I'll be discussing, like how long the course will take. So 6 months, 6 weeks, sorry, 6 weeks we can plan it up, but it may get extended, like it depends on you. Okay, so if you are grasping more, means we can finish it up within 6 weeks, or it may get extended 2 months, 1 or 2 weeks, like that. Okay, so unexpected things happen, means it may get extended, right? So 6 weeks or 7 weeks we can plan it up. Okay, what are the course contents? So these course contents I'll be emailing you. Okay, so you will get course contents from there. Once finished our session, I will email you. You can get it from there, my course contents. Okay, so my training sessions will be like completely practical oriented. Okay, so what are the topics we will be discussing? Like we don't come up with like definitions or something like that. In your studies time, if you go for means, you'll by heart something, you'll go and you'll write, you'll get marks, but it's entirely different your job market. Okay, so you have to prove yourself as a talented. You have to prove yourself as a talented in the interview means you have to understand the concept. So that's the reason we'll come up with as many questions as possible, as many examples as possible, and in such a manner. Meanwhile, in manual front we'll be taking like some applications. Usually I will take while discussing topics, usually I will try to discuss like Gmail. I will take example mostly Gmail. And why I will take Gmail is most of the people aware of Gmail, right? So in testing platform, if you go for, you have to understand how you will test, how you will test the application. That is what you have to get to know. So that's why if I take like some other application, a complex application, one side I have to explain application, another side you have to understand how to test that application. If I take some another application, right? But if you are aware of the application whatever I'm taking, you can understand very easily like how to test that application, right? So that is what my intention here. So mostly I will take manual testing or automation QTP front or something like that. I will take mostly Gmail application for examples. And well, once we implement our QTP, once we finish, we'll take like some real-time applications. So for that application we'll try to come up with framework implementation. Okay, there are different ways of framework implementation. Will be like hybrid framework, data driven framework, keyword driven framework, modular framework. Okay, so for implementing all those projects, all those frameworks, we'll take some online application and real-time application. For that one we'll try to come up with implementing framework. Okay, so and for in automation front you will be requiring some softwares, right? So at that time for those one I will try to share the links. From there you can download. And in QTP front, if you go for like QTP quality center, I can provide you like permanent version. You can practice how many days you want. Okay, but in load runner or silk test front you don't have a permanent version. Okay, trial versions. Okay, so I can provide those one within limited time span, like 2 weeks or 1 month. You can practice it up. Again, if you want to practice, there is alternative. You have to reformat your computer. So another way what you can do is you can create virtual machines. Okay, so virtual machines you can re-image and you can go for like installing load runner silk test and you can practice it up. Okay, so I can share you the links. You can download from there and you can install. Okay, these are the very common questions I will get a chance to ask. Along with this one I have unmuted. Along with this one, anybody having any questions means just you can ask me. This is your time. Yes. Every platform you are having huge opportunity. I said right, if you choose embedded career you will be working with embedded only, but if you choose testing career you will get a chance to work with all platform, all development environments, embedded systems, satellite applications, Java, .NET, different domains you will get, right? Healthcare applications, telecom. Okay, so telecom, security, shares, okay, insurance, banking, like that. So many platforms you will get up, right? So each and everything you will get a chance to work it up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's very easy. Most of the people who are coming to testing, right? So I said right, they're not technical background. Okay, so meanwhile if you are aware of like automation front, if you have to go means some little bit programmatic skills basics you require. If you are not aware of, meanwhile I'll be providing from scratch. Okay, so if you see my course contents, from there you will get a clear picture. Even though you are not from computers background or you doesn't know anything in programming background, I'll be teaching everything, but you have to little bit work hard from your side. Okay, you have to work little bit hard. Yeah, it's very easy for you. Okay, it's very easy for you. If you are not aware of, still you don't want to worry. That's what I mean. Okay. Okay, any more questions, anybody else? Any more questions? No more questions? Yeah, you can come up with any questions. It's related to like your course contents, or anything, your personal, or related to software, or related to course, anything, whatever you have, you can come up with. Guidance, you can get it up very easily. Okay, clear? uh, Next 2 to 3 weeks I'll be discussing like manual testing. In manual testing you'll be getting like mostly different life cycle models you will come across, like waterfall model, V model, agile methodology, spiral model, rapid application development model, like that. So many life cycle models you will come across. After that we go for like meanwhile in life cycle models you will come across like process experts tool. Okay, even that is also one more. And another model is like fishbone model, like that. So many models will come across in life cycle models. After that we will be getting like what do you say means uh, different types of testing: white box testing, black box testing. So white box testing is purely for developers, white box testing is for developers, and black box testing is for testers. Again there, so many children, like means I mean to say like different types of testing again you will come across, like user interface testing, functionality testing, performance testing, unit testing, integration testing. Okay, so sanitation testing, sanity testing, integration testing, recovery testing, like the so many others, manual testing, automation testing, so many things you will come across. After that we'll be covering like bug different testing terminology: regression testing, retesting, sanity testing, smoke testing. Okay, so after that we'll be covering like bug reporting and tracking. So you'll be testing the application, right? So while testing the application you'll be finding out issues. Those one, how you will report it to developer. While reporting, which are the different points you have to remember. This is what I'll be discussing. These all are comes under like basics of your manual testing. So after that whatever you are expecting, like test strategy, test policy, test methodology, and test plan, this is what you are expecting, right? So these all are like organizational level, like management level. Okay, so who all are trying for with less experience, like 1 year or 2 years, these things is not required absolutely. But who are having like 6 years or 7 years or more experience, for those people test strategy, test policy, test plan, and test methodology, and test scenarios, use cases, means like organizational level, so very high level. So you have to test a specific application, means what are the within an organization, if you take which are the projects they are working for, all the projects they should come up with like some common platform kind of strategy and methodology, right? So those one will be discussing like in test policy, test strategy, test methodology, and test plan. So that one once we go along with our course schedule we'll be getting each and everything. I hope this is what you are expecting, or yeah. Okay, so that one in detail means what I do is I will share my course contents with Altaf. Okay, so you can go to those course contents, you will get very clear picture. So what I will be discussing, how exactly I will go to each and everything, I have come up with very in detail, very in detail. Okay, very in detail. Okay, so the course contents I will share it to Altaf, he will share it to you. You can go to those I mean like those course contents, you'll get very clear picture. Still having more questions means we can discuss it up in tomorrow's class. Fine. Any more questions? Yeah. uh, Usually I will take 7 days, but some people what they ask is like they want 5 days. Even that is also, it depends on all of you are comfortable. If all of you okay with 7 days means I am okay, but some people not comfortable means I will take 5 days. It depends on your comfortable level. Okay. Yeah, very good question. For that one, I have alternatives like I'll be sharing recorded sessions one way. Another way, if you are missed out some class, I am providing flexibility like how many batches you want, you can attend. So this batch, you are missed out one class, let us suppose. I am running parallelly multiple batches. You can attend that batch. Okay, so I'll be telling you, like I'll be communicating how many batches I'm running. So at what, which batch, which class, which session I'm providing. Okay, so that one I'll be telling you, I'll be providing you, so you can attend how many times you want. Even after finishing my course, after that also how many times, like 1 year of time span, anytime, how many times you want, you can attend. Okay, that flexibility I'm providing. Right. On that one, sharing about that one, you can consult Altaf. Altaf will provide you complete description. Okay, complete details he can provide. Okay. 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 Anybody else having any questions? No questions means we'll end up our session. Yeah. Yes.
Bala, just I want to know about the NWA quality center. Whatever I am doing the project, under project we are using NWA quality center. Is there any programming skills we needed for that also?
For quality center, is very user friendly. How you will,
NWA quality center.
what is that? NW quality center. No, could you please spell it up?
NWA.
NWA quality center. Uh, Quality center, if you take, like, very user friendly. Okay, so in your like in your computer, how you'll create folders, subfolders kind of stuff. Okay, so each and everything how you'll exactly like that, it will look like your quality center. Very easily you can get it up. It's 1 day or 2 days. If you put your efforts, you can learn very easily. It's not at all difficult for anyone. And meanwhile, technical skills or programmatic skills not at all required. Okay. Okay, any more questions? Okay, then nobody having any more questions means we can just end up our session. Tomorrow same time we can meet up. Okay, that's fine. Thanks for your time. Okay, that's it.